and welcome to The Winning Wish. My name is Sansha, and today I'd just like to share with you a very simple little 3-card spread. However, using the shadow cards in addition to each of the cards. So it's actually 6. But anyway, as we're getting into the holiday season, I find myself a bit disconcerted about workflow, about where things are coming from, and I'm just basically, where must I focus, because I've been slightly panicked, to say the least. Anyways, so today I pulled out my Thoth deck. Love the Thoth deck. And the first card which I drew was very appropriate, the Two of Swords. And what is interesting to me today is how it is showing you to go back to your core, the lotus being the eternal love and peace and just that sense of tranquility and that belonging that is so important, belonging. Whereas my thoughts are coming from either side, and just going right through the middle. However, what this card is showing, especially with the growth, the green and the yellow background, like I said, that is the background. There is growth. There is time to think. If you can rise with it, you can think about it, and your thoughts, by centering your thoughts, how you can actually just something's going to come. And that is why I chose the shadow card. Where is it going to come from? This lotus, this centerlings, and that can be seen so clearly in the shadow card. Oh, please excuse this truck. I don't know what they're doing next door here again. But this is like my 4th time around, and I'm not going to stop now. Okay, so the inner core, that lotus, that light, that growth, that spirit, comes from the light which is seen in the hermit. In other words, go within yourself. You've got the strength. Find that strength. Carry that strength with you. And we can actually see how beautifully the hermit is actually showing you, there is which path to take, as long as you can just remain centered, stick with your core, that you actually firmly believe in. And going on from there, we can have a look at what is it. Now that you know the situation is, centralizing yourself, grounding yourself, finding that light, reflecting that light. And there again, you can see, it's all written down, but there again, finding that light in the moon, you can see how the moon has no light of its own, and very often we find ourselves not having our own light. However, it is essential to reflect that, either in knowledge, in just whatever it is that you're doing. But that is from taking light and actually passing it on and getting that flow of things again, and thereby finding that growth pattern again, because once something is stagnant, that's it, Okay, so what to release? For what to release, we can see here, this release of mine is this idea of this dark backdrop. Everything is just dark. No, what the card is showing me again is that on the bottom here, albeit that there's a very dark background, the Sagittarian in here is that hunter. Sagittarian is someone that is extremely well developed in what they're doing, and they can actually reach out and stay focused and actually find and return. In the same way, the 9 of Wands is, albeit that you feel that you've been hunting and everything is dark, you have the creativity, you have the power to actually go out there and actually do things. And that is, the energy is once again coming from the light, the sun, the energizing rejuvenation, that whole passion. And think of it, 9 of Wands, that is actually such a passionate card. And you're so energized. All you need to do is focus and stay, in the well-developed space of where you are, that drive. And then that can actually, what else needs to be released is here, is we're seeing here again, we've got the yellow backdrop, in other words, intellect, and, you know, use that intellectual power to actually go up the caduceus and find your healing strength again, as seen in the wings here. Moving on from there, what is it that we can actually embrace during this period? And that is embrace in remembering that you've actually got this universe of abundance, absolute abundance and growth and growth and growth. By remembering where you come from and figuring that you can earth yourself in this, the Taurian drive is this like absolute drive, this strength, this inner strength. Once again, you've got this powerful strength. The prince himself isn't really doing much. However, he is moving ahead, and in which direction? In financial direction. This is also very got to do with your health wise. This inner drive, this absolute connectedness with Earth Mother itself, and yes, and that you've got everything. And then thereby we can actually go all the way through to the Ten of Wands, which is reminding you not to give up. You know, you have everything again, you have all the tools, you have your focus. Once again, you can see the Sagittarian at the bottom here. And at the top you've got your Capricorn, which is actually your prosperity and that things are growing and that, you know, that you are ahead of things. And that is my message for today in these cards, in this very simple reading, you know, of just it's such a brilliant reading when you get to a point where, what now? You know, what is my situation? My situation is that I'm feeling like completely cross-minded, you know, like my thoughts are scattered everywhere. What do I need to do? I need to go inside myself and remember who I am. What needs to be released? Oh, right. I need to stop thinking, you know, that everything is just dark and dingy and dark and dingy. I've got all this creativity. I've got all this power. I'm connected. I'm energized, you know. And forget about all this strife and worrying and nonsense. I can actually heal things. I can actually grow. And then lastly, what can I embrace? Well, I can embrace that even though it's holiday season, there's an abundance of money. I'm going to make it. And we got to get through this. And everything's going to be fine. And of course, lastly, is like the Ten of Wands is just reminding me again that, yes, even though things are tough, everything is there. I've got all the tools. I've got all the energy. And I can do this. And guess what? So can you. Yes. So it's like a little... 3-card spread, you know, it gives 6 different insights and just like a strengthening reading, and it's just enough to put your mind into this. Wow, here we go again. Awesome. So I hope it works for you as well as it works for me, and I wish you all the best. Namaste and blessed be until we meet again. Bye.